Morning traders, and this is your Aussie South African top 40 day trade setup for today. Now, we ended up with a spinning top. Okay, so again, I've got crappy data in. I really don't understand why my broker can't fix their charts on this. It's the only chart that does this, but anyway, this tail is incorrect. This red body is incorrect. Again, the lines at the top is the open, line at the bottom is the close. And this top tail is correct, and we had a bit of a shorter down tail. So that is a range bar. It's indecision, and it's kind of, to me, this whole area here is an area of consolidation. Okay, so the trend is still up in my eyes. This is a pullback, and I'm waiting for structure to be hit and structure to hold. Okay, so in other words, I'm waiting for support. As soon as we find support, that is the time where we start looking for those entries. Okay, so for now, it's consolidation, it's confusion, and there is my structure support right there. Okay, so that is 52,400, and we'll look to see on the lower time frame to see what's happened there. Okay, so there's my support. Okay, we didn't tag it. This bar here is incorrect. If you look at my oscillators, they are starting to group quite nicely, and the problem is we're not at any support. So that is what I'm waiting for. Okay, so yes, we've had a crossover in the moving averages, but remember, the trend was up, and I trade with the trend until I get confirmation that there's a trend change. At this stage, there is no confirmation of a trend change. This is just a pullback. I would nice to see price come back up and then tag one of these breakouts, which will more than likely be this one here. So come up, reject this level of 52,968, and then start moving down. That's a confirmation of a trend change for me. Okay, so right now, this trend is still up. I trade with a trend. I'm looking for a long. When we look at the 1 hour, it's a bit topsy-turvy on the 1 hour at the moment. Okay, now remember, I'm taking my trends off the 3 hour. If you were a 1 hour trader, you'd have your confirmation of a trend change right here, because it broke down, came up, tested the break, and then moved to the downside. Okay, so right now I'm already starting to see some price action. So there's an inside tail with confirmation, inside bar with confirmation, but we're not off a level, so I'd like to see us off a level. There is also a gap down here as well. Okay, so there's our gap, and you can see there's our open and there's our close. So we opened, we rallied, and then we fell off. Okay, so let me just delete that, and my advice today is exactly the same as yesterday, and that is closing range breakout. There's my closing range breakout. There was my closing range. Gap down right onto the range target, rallied up to test the break of the range. There it is there, and then came back to hit the range target and then the second range target. Okay, so that is the view, and you can see there were buyers scaling in at the close here. Could be profit taking, but it also could be buyers, right? Just that we are close to structure, that's why. There is my closing range, and you can see these two levels to the downside, my range target fits in the middle here. So looking at the markets now, US dollar 14.35, so that's nothing there. 10 cent is flat as well. US markets did, well, the Nasdaq did have quite a big move down, 1.6% yesterday, and the S&P was down almost 1%, and the Dow was down 0.7%. So, the US markets did move to the downside, but I still believe that the US markets are just retracing, gathering steam for the next attempt at all-time highs. So that's the way I'm trading. So anyway, for this market, same rule applies for me today. If we do break the downside, I'm looking for structure. for a long entry around somewhere between 5228 and 5400. That's the structure that I'm looking for. If we do have a closing range break the downside, I'll just wait for the structure to be hit and then take a stab at it along. Okay. But yeah, that's my view at the moment. It'll be a small entry, tight stop, and then wait to see how that transpires. The last thing I want to point out here, I'm just going to go to the hour for this, is not very tidy, but it's there. Okay, there's my wedge. No diversions with the wedge, but ever so slight diversions here. Ever so slight. But anyway, that is what I'm looking at. So from a price action perspective, there's some structure building. I'm just missing a level. So I need the level. My oscillator's all grouped in the right area. So the last thing I need is a level for my long entry, and that's what I'm waiting for. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's my view for today. I hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.